We are following developing news out of Washington. Sources tell CBS News that President Biden has accepted a deal with Iran to bring home 5 imprisoned American citizens.
Now, we know the identities of 3 of those citizens. In exchange, the Iranian regime will gain access to billions of dollars in previously blocked funds.
Joining us now is CBS News Chief Foreign Affairs Correspondent and Face the Nation moderator, Margaret Brennan. Margaret, tell us, what are the details of this agreement that we know?
Absolutely. I'll run you through those details. And let me just say at the get-go here that while the lawyer for one of those detainees has released a public statement saying they have visual confirmation that Iranian authorities have moved 3 of the imprisoned Americans to house arrest, the White House does not yet have any official comment on this that would allow us to know that these are indeed events that have been confirmed in person by the U.S. representative on the ground, and that person would be the Swiss representative to Iran. But moving along from that, I want to get into what we do know and can report at this moment, which is that CBS News has learned President Biden signed off on a deal to transfer billions of dollars of funds to an account that will be accessible by Iran, which is a heavily sanctioned country for a number of reasons, including its nuclear program, including its human rights abuses, including its threat to the United States. 4 of the 5 Americans are considered wrongfully detained. Of the 3 that we know were moved, according to one of these lawyers, Siamak Namazi. He is a 51-year-old man who has been in Iranian custody for 8 years. He will now be, according to his lawyer, transferred to house arrest in Tehran. Now, this may seem a small movement, but considering that nothing has happened for 8 years that would promise him his freedom in any way, this is a significant development and a first step in what appears to be an emerging deal between Iran and the United States, brokered by the Biden administration. The White House is not commenting at this point. What we know is that Iran will gain access through this account to billions of dollars in funds that it was unable to reach because of sanctions and the regulations on it. This restricted account in South Korea will then be transferred to another country where Iran will be able to access those funds. So you can expect that there will be some political heat on this. Anything involving Iran certainly does come with some blowback because of the rogue nature of that regime. It is considered the largest state sponsor of terrorism in the world. But if you put aside the politics for this, there are the families of 5 Americans who have been waiting to hear about their loved ones for some time. Siamak Namazi is one of them. Imad Shargi, whose family has been on CBS News a number of times pleading for their husband's release and their father's release, is named here as one of the hostages being transferred. Murad Tabaz, a U.S.-UK national, is also revealed to be among these prisoners. But we know 2 of the Americans have chosen to keep their names redacted. We are not going to make them public at this time, but it appears, according to these statements, that the movement from the prison has happened.
So significant, Margaret, especially when you consider the conditions these Americans likely have been living in while being detained in Iran. I'm not sure if they were in Evin prison or where they were detained, but from all
Evin
accounts,
prison.
From all accounts, that is, among some of the worst places to be detained. And certainly there may be political blowback, but folks are hearing about this first on CBS News, and we appreciate you bringing that to us. Margaret Brennan in Washington.